1 week of training and we're here. Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to another Taste Test Tuesday. So for the past 7 days, exactly actually, I have been on a bit of a fitness path. And for those of you who can do the maths, exactly 7 days ago was the Cotti Pizza taste test. And yeah, pretty much straight after that, I felt like crap. But basically straight after filming that video, I was like, yeah, enough is enough. We need to go on a fitness regime, change of lifestyle. So I've been running, I've been doing yoga, and yeah, 7 days and still going strong. Thank you very much. But since I've been doing so well and I haven't cheated once on my diet or on my exercising, so I thought today I'd treat myself as a little anniversary, 7-day anniversary of the diet. And we'd do a little taste test of something a little bit healthier. But yeah, today we're diving into the vast world of Finnish protein products. And let me tell you, I was expecting to go to the store and be like, oh, there might be 5 things that I could do a taste test video of. There are so many. I was literally in the store just going, that looks good, that looks interesting. Oh yeah, we'll take one of them. Before I knew it, I had like a whole basket full. I was like, I've got to narrow this down somehow. So today we have a little range of protein bars. This looks like some kind of shake, puddings, yogurts, and I've even got an ice cream to try. But we have a lot, so I need to get tasting right now. Now, I think I need to start off with a little bit of a disclaimer. I do not pretend to know a lot about nutrition. I'm not a doctor. I know you're like, Dave, you're so smart. You must have a little PhD tucked away in there somewhere. Surprisingly not. I'm gonna pretty much just be talking about taste, texture, that kind of stuff. If you wanna look into the nutritional value of any of these things, you can just go to the store. Oh, right, where to start? I think, oh my God. I think we're gonna start here. Now, I make no secret of my love for Tupla. I think it's the best candy bar in Finland. I love it. I just think that the sun shines out of its butt. So you can imagine my surprise when I found not 1, not 2, not even just 3. 3 are the ones I just picked up. There are so many Tupla protein products out there and I was pumped. So first up, I'm gonna try this one, the Protein Pudding Tupla Plus. Salty caramel flavor. Now this one comes with a little spoon, so if you're out and about, you can use that. I'm like, well, let's try the spoon out as well. Why not? Okay, so this claims to have 18 grams of protein in it. Sure, fine. Let's take a look at this as we open it. All right, interesting, very interesting. So yeah, quite wibbly wobbly. Let's take a little scoop of this. It smells very caramelly, which is obviously a good thing since that's what it's supposed to taste like. Oh man, that's fabulous. Oh, Tupla, you done it again, you sly bastard. You know, like in a caramel chocolate bar, you get that caramel layer sometimes, like in a Snickers, something like that. It's just like a whole pot of that. And in my book, that is amazing. Plus a little bit salty caramel flavor. There's still, of course, calories in here, so I've got to be careful not to eat too much of this stuff. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be back to square one. But this one per 100 grams is 75 calories. This is an 180 gram pot, so you can do the maths because I can't. And of course, it's going to be sugars and stuff. But I think if these are enjoyed as part of a fitness regime, a little bit of a treat, maybe you're struggling to get to the gym one day and you're just like, I'm going to get myself a Tupla protein pudding to have afterwards, and if that gets you to the gym, I think it's worth the extra calories for that, you know, little treat. This is fantastic. 4 out of 5. Tupla, yes. Now this one is the Tupla protein pudding chocolate flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and assume this is just gonna taste like a Tupla. This one's actually a little bit more firm than the caramel one. Kind of looks like flubber. Oh no. That's very good too. And the reason I said oh no is like I don't know which one I prefer. I would say this one tastes a little bit more traditional protein producty. You know, I think there's a little bit of a proteiny flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I prefer the salty caramel just because it's a little bit different. Still very good. I mean, it gets like a 3.8 or something, I think. Delicious. So I think we're gonna stay on the protein pudding category. We're gonna try this one next. So this is the Profil Protein pudding. It's chocolate and coconut flavor. And this one is made by Valio, and this Profil branding, I guess you can call it, is across a few different styles. So they have the pudding, this kind of drinky thing, and also yogurts. So they must be doing well. Now this one has 20 grams of protein in the same size pot as the tupla, so you get an extra 2 grams of protein. So if that's important to you, that's a thing. Yeah, I guess there's quite a subtle smell. Again, this one comes with a little spoon if you need it. Yeah, similar texture to the tupla and a kind of flubber. Okay, the taste comes a little bit after it goes in your mouth. It's quite subtle flavor. It's not very chocolatey, it's not very coconutty, but of course you can taste the flavors. There's a slight little aftertaste. You know, sometimes you can get a little powdery taste after having like protein shakes or something like that. There's a little bit there. I can feel it a little bit on my teeth. Nothing that would stop me buying this again. But to be honest, everything else is pretty great, tastes good, little subtle. But now I just gotta think if I prefer this over this, and I don't think I do. But it's still very good. I think the Valio Profil protein pudding is gonna get a 3.5 out of 5. So here I thought I would do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison. Here we have an Arla protein, salty caramel protein pudding. So I thought I would try this up against the tupla one. I was very confused there for a second. That doesn't look anything like... Bloody hell. This has some kind of liquid on the top. None of the other ones had that. Ah, well that makes sense. This is more like a quark or something like that. I was like, this is not a very good comparison. And like, what the hell is this coming off it? So yeah, this is more like a quark by the looks of things. A salted caramel quark. So kind of like a thick yogurt, I guess. I really like some of the quarks that are in the shop, but yeah, let's see if this one's any good. I do not taste any salted caramel. Maybe there's like a salted caramel core or something, I don't know. If they'd have said, okay, this is like a plain or a vanilla or something like that, then fine, but this does not have a flavor. Certainly not salted caramel. That is very disappointing. Now, side by side, there is no comparison. The tupla clearly wins. It has a better taste, better everything. And in terms of like the nutritional value as well, let's just take the calories, for example. They're exactly the same. This one has 2 grams more of protein in the pot. But yeah, ultimately very disappointing. It's gotta be a 1 out of 5. And it dribbled on my desk. All right, next up, we're gonna try another Profil from Valio. This is a protein yogurt, blueberry and vanilla, 14 grams of protein in this little puppy. Now a yogurt, let's see, they do have a little color on this one. Instantly hit with a blueberry smell. Yes, very much a blueberry smell. Let's see if we get a bit of vanilla in the taste. I always like to see this. I don't know if you guys can see that very clearly, but there is what seems to be an actual blueberry in there. That is always very nice to see, like natural ingredients, I guess you could say. Again, a little bit of a powdery feel. And in fact, the flavor is a little bit more subtle, let's say, than the smell. It's just a little bit, dries out your teeth, just like the Profil pudding. It certainly wasn't as disappointing as the Arla quark, but not the best one of the bunch so far. This is gonna get a 2 out of 5. All right, next we're gonna try this one, which is another Profil product by Valio. This is a protein okay, a shake, protein shake. So this is the banana chocolate flavor, which personally I love as a combination. And in this 2.5 deciliter tub, we have 25 grams of protein. And this whole thing is 175 calories, which isn't too awful, I would say. Let's have a quick look at the consistency of this. Yeah, it's quite thick. It smells exactly the flavor it says. Smells like banana and chocolate, tastes like banana and chocolate, is banana and chocolate. Very, very good. I'm enjoying this tremendously, and it doesn't have alcohol in it, believe it or not. The only problem with this is I could drink this whole thing in like 3 sips. It's over half gone in 2, so yeah. Unlike the other Profil products, this did not have a dry texture. And that's interesting since it has so much more protein, an extra 5 grams compared to the other products. But then again, there's so much more liquid, so I guess it's spread out a little bit thinner. I don't know. Very good indeed. 3.5 out of 5. It just doesn't beat the salty caramel pudding. Nice try though. Now onto the bar section. First up, I'm gonna try this one. This is just a plain chocolate protein bar, but this one's by Pirata. So this is the K Store's own brand, which makes me think that this fitness / protein market must be so huge for Pirata to make their own. And I know the fitness industry is probably one of the biggest on the planet, but in little Finland to have so many Finnish products is yeah, I mean, it probably just speaks volumes about the industry here as well. So looks-wise, looks a little darker than I would have guessed. And it feels very dense. That's the thing about protein bars. They are often like a proper jaw workout. And if you can do anything to avoid that, I think it's good, but let's see. Oh, I'm really struggling to get any kind of flavor from this at all. There's obviously a chocolate coating of this, like proper chocolate, but inside, you can maybe even see just by looking at it, the inside is just not very flavorful at all. And again, just a brief look at the nutritional value of this per 50 grams, which is a bar. It's 178 calories, and you get 18 grams of protein. So you get the same amount as my favorite so far, the Tupla Salty Caramel. I would much rather have one of these. Less calories and way more satisfying. No bueno. 1 out of 5 for the Pirata Chocolate protein bar. Now on to a branded protein bar. This is by Leader, which I believe is a Finnish fitness nutrition thing. They do protein shakes, bars, and probably all sorts of other things. This one is the So Much Taste Protein Bar. They should have me for the commercials. And this is the white chocolate and cookies flavor. Sounds fantastic. It says 20 grams of protein, 2 grams of sugar, gluten-free, low sugar. Fine. This is a 61 gram bar and it has 226 calories. Much more than the Pirka one. Crazy. Again, feels very dense. 260 something calories. You're gonna have to work out real hard to win that back. Okay, I don't know why I've done this, but inside is a similar look to the Pirka one. So in actual fact, I'm not expecting this to be a taste sensation, but let's just give it a try. I want my calories back. It's a little aftertaste of a little bit more cookie flavor, but I mean the initial bite, the initial chew, very, well, let's say quite unsatisfying. And I know, again, probably for the hardcore fitness people out there, they'll get one of these, they're in a rush, you know, they just finished the gym, they need a quick hit of protein, whatever. But from a strictly taste standpoint, compared to the other things I've had today, quite unflavorful. That being said, now I'm getting like little aftertaste of the flavor. Man, they just work on that initial flavor a bit more. This is the So Much Taste Protein by Leader. 1.5 out of 5. And now onto my last bar, which is of course a Tupla Plus product. This is the protein bar Salmiak flavor. We're in Finland, of course it's gonna have salmiak in it. So it says it's high in fiber there, protein, salmiak, 17 grams of protein. So this is around about the same size as the Pirka bar, and it's got a few more calories. This is 192 for the whole bar, and 17 grams of protein, so probably a little less protein per gram than the other bars. So let's see if Tupla can do anything about the taste. Looks wise, looks just like the other two. This one has a little bit of give. It's just a little softer. It's still quite compact in there. And inside, oh, it looks quite chewy. But there inside, you can see the salmiakki traditional color of black. A little bit of a salty smell with the sweet of chocolate. Okay, quite interesting. It's quite chewy. Just like the other two, it's a bit of a workout, but I'd say this one, I guess, has a bit more of a candy bar feel. It doesn't feel as like crumbly or jaw workout here. It's more like a soft chew, if that makes sense, but it tastes like salmiak. Really has a good salmiak-y flavor, but quite subtle, but way more of a flavor than the other two. Oh my god, crazy. Out of all the bars here, this is by far the best. Like, there's no competition. It actually tastes like the flavor straight away as soon as you chew it. It's a little bit chewy, maybe a bit too chewy for my liking, but it doesn't have that dense kind of, you know, traditional protein bar bite when you bite into it. That being said, I would probably not buy this one again. Salmiak is just not my favorite flavor, but it's certainly the best out of the two today. So I'm gonna give this a 2.5 out of 5. All right, and the last protein product that we're gonna try today is a Pingvini protein ice cream. Now these seem to be becoming very popular these days, but I think Pingvini was the only one that I saw in the store. Oh my god, it looks amazing. Which is a Finnish made one. I could be wrong. I could be just not looking very hard, but yeah. Yeah, when you open the lid, you are greeted with a really nice looking top. So there you can see this is a chocolate flavor with some nuts there by the looks of things. Now this is a 100-gram tub. It is very small. It is very small indeed. And per tub, it's 238 calories, 8.5 grams of protein. So really not that much. I think you'd have to be having either had a really good workout or having a really bad day to justify this as like a protein supplement, if you like. That being said, it doesn't boast any crazy protein statistics, any kind of health benefit, you know, like the others, like fiber or whatever. I think it's just an ice cream with maybe a little bit more protein than your average one. Now this has just come straight out of the ice box. No, out of the freezer, so it's still rock hard. This looks like a pretty good bite. Got some of the nuts there, some of the chocolate swirls, some of the ice cream, of course. As predicted, that's really tasty. But again, I'm not really sure I should be having this. This is a bit too much of a treat, I think. I think actually comparing this to the other products I've tried now is a little bit unfair. Now looking at it, it's not supposed to be a fitness supplement. It's just an ice cream with a little bit extra protein. That being said, very, very tasty, and yeah, it's gonna get 3 out of 5. So there we have it, guys. My winner for today is the Tupla Plus Salty Caramel Protein Pudding, and it is just so good. And I think as long as you don't mind this little bit runny texture, you know, compared to the other protein puddings were a little bit like more substantial, a little bit more solid. This one is certainly more runny. As long as you don't mind that, the taste is just amazing. Salty caramel is a winning flavor. Oh yeah. But there we have it, guys. That is all the Finnish protein products I have to try today. If you have any suggestions for things you think I should try, let me know in the comments, and yeah, maybe I'll just go and scoop them up. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like on this video. I would appreciate that very much. If you're new around here and enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.